2, 3. Yeah. Hello, my beautiful people. Back again. Time for another review. This time, since I haven't done one yet, I want to do a review of a movie. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you know I'm a movie obsessive. I watch a lot. And one of my particular favorites is independent films. I have a soft spot for that. No big surprise if you know my taste in zines, books, and zines, books, and music. Yeah. I didn't even do Wake and Bake today. But anyways, I have a soft spot for independent films. I think that's where you get the most pure expression of humanity and everything that is capable within film. Now, much like those other reviews and the topics I said before, you're going to have to do a little digging to find these films usually. They're not going to be streaming on Netflix or Hulu or that basic type stuff. If you want, there's a ton of channels that review that type of thing. As I said, I want to shine a light on works that I think deserve much more recognition. And I can't think of a better way to kick this off than talking about one of my most beloved films of recent years, and that would be Give Me Liberty, which I'll put the poster up over there. And while we're at it, I enjoy that poster, but I don't understand the black bar for the window kind of bleeding off the edge. I would really like to know the answer for that. While I was researching, just looking around for pictures, is that considered research? I found this alternate movie poster, which I think conveys the essence of the film a little bit better, but, that's all subjective. Anyways, on to Give Me Liberty. The very first thing to tell, I don't want to give spoilers away or anything, but you're going to tell this right by the trailer. It concerns a young man who drives a van for people with disabilities in Milwaukee. I guess they call them disability transport vans. Here in New York City, we just call them ambulettes. Something I am all too familiar with, but I also don't like it when critics interject themselves into their topics. You don't need to be disabled to feel empathy with another person. Like, the idea of representation, it does not change my basic material conditions. Handicapped people, I refer to myself as handicapped. Other people can refer to themselves as disabled, whatever you wish. I mean, it's a personal choice as to what you do. But that convention of naming, just like the idea of representation, does not change our basic material needs. And that is something I feel needs to be addressed. You can still pay people with disabilities below minimum wage. Work on changing that, and then let's see the representation. But that's hard work, and that's the problem with these conversations. However, do I digress? What I really love about Give Me Liberty is the story, as you'll see from the trailer, very basically deals with the driver of this van going about his daily duties, which are already hard enough. The people who do this job and do it well, you are blessed. And Michael, I'll love you forever for everything that you did for me. But the main problem that's going in for Vic, which is the name of this character, as he says about his day, is the night before the Milwaukee police shot and killed a young black man. And protests have divided the city in half. Add to that, his grandfather, who appears to be going through the early stages of dementia, lives in a building with a lot of other fellow Russian immigrants, and they're trying to get to a friend's funeral that day, but their van that they called out for transportation to the funeral has not arrived, and Vic, being the open-hearted person he is, piles them into his van before he sets out for the day, which allows for almost a very Dogma 95 approach to this. A lot of the music and conversation that you hear is just naturally occurring throughout this. The beautiful thing that goes on with this, and right now I'll cut to a clip from the very beginning of the film, and this is a monologue that is given that I feel sums up this film perfectly. It's just such a beautiful moment. Like, yeah, I almost give her a clip I'm talking about. So let me cut to that and I'll be right back. I know it's simple. And we're back here. And as I said, I think this is the genius of this film, that the humanity of it and its message is conveyed within the very opening. I hope I haven't ruined that for you, because if you watch it the first time, then go back and rewatch it, you notice all these details. That's another beautiful thing about this. Everything within this film is beautifully set up and pays off wonderfully. There's no sudden surprises within this film. The thing that absolutely surprised me is upon hearing that Chris Galust, who plays Vic, the driver, it was his very first time in front of a camera, no acting experience. And a lot of these roles in here, it's hard to single them out because there's such great ensemble acting within this film. And yet, to pick out other performances, Lauren Lolo Spencer, who is Sitting Pretty here on YouTube, which is a great channel you should check out. She plays Tracy, a young woman suffering from ALS who needs to get to her job. And anybody, as I said, who has ever relied upon these services knows and feels that frustration. But you don't need to be disabled to understand that frustration at all. It's a human emotion, and that's the thing that blew me away about this film. It's a celebration of humanity. Under its most dire circumstances, it's just a loving portrait of humanity. That's what came through most of all for me. And the cinematography on this film is top notch. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on this director, this cinematographer, Alice Austin, who also co-wrote the script. She's a playwright. And then various actors, such as the character Dima in this. He's the thing that you really love. You start off on this level with these characters, and then they just slowly unfurl and bloom as you continue along. And that's what I love, is the director, the scriptwriter, everybody involved in this film, they allowed the full range of humanity within not only disabled people, but everybody within the world of this film to evolve and show you the multifaceted person. These are very multifaceted characters, and that's part of the beauty of this. But it's absurdly funny. I mean, it's one of those films that'll make you verklempt 1 second and laugh out loud the next. And there's very few films I can recommend that actually do this. So hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright strike because of that, and I guess I'll edit around it otherwise. But yeah, if you're one of the few people who watches this channel, knows my taste, we're kind of in simpatico, you will love this movie. I would highly recommend finding it, enjoying it, and, you know, I watched it like 3 or 4 times, but if you watch the first time, then watch it again, once you get over that anxiety and the driving in this, all done by Chris Galust himself, oh my god. Yeah, I watched this movie Lifted once. Yeah, that was an experience. Anyways, I love you guys a lot. I really hope you enjoy this review. Hope you enjoy the movie, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Love y'all. Have a great week. Bye.